What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks. We got another Prize Picks video for you guys. In today's video, we got the NBA player props for this Tuesday, October 28th NBA slate. Got a good one. I'm going to give you guys two players. I'm going to be breaking down here in a second. But before we get those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It would be much appreciated. If you guys are new to the channel, we're going to be giving you guys content every single day from here on out on the whole NBA season. And still got college football, NFL picks. So again, if you guys would like to stay tuned, make sure those post notifications are turned on down below. Do not miss a free daily upload. Little recap on yesterday's video. Kind of went bad. We ran into a huge blowout with Cade Cunningham and then Tristan Da Silva. I'm not sure what was going on with like the lineups and everything. He was averaging like 23, 24 minutes so far this season. And then the one game that we took him, it was a close game and everything, but they only played him like about 16 or 15 minutes. So kind of unfortunate right there that they just really didn't have this guy going in. Whenever he sees like usually like almost 10 more minutes than what we've been looking at with the last couple games. So again, that's what it is. It's the start of the new season. You got to just learn the rotations, everything after the first couple weeks. So again, still got some getting used to again for the start of NBA. And then Cade Cunningham, that game was just a crazy blowout against Cleveland. Pistons versus Cleveland, that game. It was like a 30-point game at one point. So kind of just unfortunate right there. And then on the VIP end, we gave you guys a 5-man that went 4 out of 5. If you guys flexed it, that would have cashed. Unfortunately, one of them was a goblin that didn't end up hitting, and then we cashed another 2-man that we gave you guys on there for the college or for the NFL end, so on Monday Night Football. So again, those ones split a total of 7 picks, went 6 out of 7 on those ones, and then we had unfortunately Silva and then Cade Cunningham in most of our NBA slips, which ended up missing because of them. Even though our other players, like we had a 4-man that went 3 out of 4, it was just due to because that goblin line for Cade unfortunately didn't hit due to that 30-point blowout. But again, can't do anything about those. Name of the game is Prize Picks, and hopefully we can bounce back on today's video. Love the picks. And with that being said, we're gonna go and hop right into them. We're going to be giving you guys a one-gamer New York Knicks versus Milwaukee Bucks. I feel like this is the best game of the night, minus 1.5 in favor of New York. Over and under of almost 230 point, or just 230 even. So should be pretty solid right there. Trying to make this video quick because I have an early morning tomorrow and it's pretty late where I'm at. So we're going to be rocking with Josh Hart over his rebounds and assists at 11.5. Love this line for him. So far this season, they've played 2 games. He's covered this one in 50%, 1 out of 2. First game, he ended up having 17 last game against Miami, who was actually pretty highly ranked in controlling rebounds and assists. He ended up having 10. So again, only 2 off, still pretty solid, especially in that type of matchup. If we look at his first game, he had 17 rebound chances against Boston and 4 potential assists, which is a very good sign. Now we have this matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks, who are currently ranked against opposing shooting guards 21st and 19th in rebounds and assists allowed, giving up an average of 8 and 6.2 a game. So definitely a good spot. Josh Hart, he's not really like a known scorer, but he's definitely that type of player that you want to come in and just be able to do the dirty work, grab those rebounds, get the assists, play defense, all that good stuff. So Josh Hart, pretty confident in him getting 12. Just based off his recency and everything. Josh Hart has actually exceeded 11.5 rebounds and assists in 15 of his last 19 games versus bottom 10 defenses. 4 rebounds allowed, averaging 16, which is 5 over his actual line. Again, out of similar teams defensively, like the one he's going against right here. Definitely expecting a good one up against Milwaukee. And if we look at his resume against this team last season, he played them a total of 3 times, went 3 out of 3 easily, saw no less than 15, and right here we only need 12 out of him. So for this one being a normal line, just love the odds. If we look at all of his matchups, 16, 16, and 20 rebound chances on top of 13, 10, and 12 potential assists. So again, if you combine that, that's almost a combined total of damn near pushing 30, and he only needs 12. So if you're seeing that much volume and just opportunities, again, more than likely the odds of him grabbing 12 are definitely in our favor. And Milwaukee, again, they're ranked so bad in that area, and so far this season he's been playing pretty solidly right there. And even in only 19 minutes played, he still was able to grab that 17 against Boston. This game, we saw a huge uptick in his minutes, which is also a good sign. Played 10 more minutes and saw 29 minutes played. But again, this team is tougher defensively. But I'm pretty confident if he's able to do it in 19 against Boston, this Milwaukee team, who is definitely lacking a lot of players in depth. And as you guys can see, Rollins, AJ Green, Gary Trent, again, all those guys are definitely not like really primarily just guard rebounders or like just premier defenders to cancel out those assists for him. So definitely should be a solid one. He has a lot of good teammates: Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG, Karl Anthony Towns. Obviously, all those guys have the just high percentage shots and able to knock down those passes they get from Josh Hart. So should be a pretty solid one. If you guys are new here to the channel, I'll give you guys a player of the day in every single one. Those ones where you're most confident and should believe to have the best chance of hitting. So that case, we're rocking with Josh Hart right here. Definitely feel like this one should get bumped up in the near future. I just think 11.5 is way too low. Should get pushed to 12. And then unfortunately, I forgot to tell you guys, our player of the day was actually a good read. We got him at 7.5 points, and he got pushed up to 8.5. So again, the fact that he dropped a donut was kind of insane to me. It was just literally due to the minutes and everything. He saw 10 less minutes than he typically averages. So again, just the whole part of the new season, like I mentioned earlier, just got to get used to it. But it was a good read. Again, obviously a bump from 7.5 to 8.5 is definitely huge for that low of a line. So kind of just fortunate. But with our last and final player on today's video, we brought Giannis Antetokounmpo over his 9.5 rebounds. Like his normal line at 12, just feel like it's a little bit riskier. New York Knicks, though, I believe this game should be back and forth electric. So far this season, he's seen no less than 14 rebounds. This dude's been dominating 14, 20, and 14. His rebound chances have all been almost at 20 guaranteed, 19, 22, and 22. And again, typically whenever you like to look at rebound chances, you see the amount they're seeing and divide it in half. And that's typically what they'll end up getting guaranteed. So the fact that this dude's seeing 22 rebound chances, again, 10 should be a lock, even though he's been able to convert them at such a higher rate. Again, 22 rebound chances, and he had 20 rebounds. Again, this dude has a by far higher percentage of just the average NBA player right here. So definitely like 9.5. Feel like 10 rebounds should be a lock on Giannis. Last season, first two games against the Knicks, 12 and 13, and then this last matchup, not sure what happened right here. Only saw 14 rebound chances, but they definitely had a different lineup compared to this season. This season so far, Giannis is by far the just main dominant boarder on this team. Miles Turner, obviously he's a bigger dude, but he's not known for just grabbing rebounds, especially last season on the Indiana Pacers, or like his pretty much his whole career over there. He hasn't been known for just being that type of guy that just goes out there, puts himself in positions to grab rebounds. So with them lacking Brook Lopez and those other centers and bigger players that they had last season, Giannis has definitely filled in that role, and as you guys can see, he's been easily covered right here. So would it be pretty confident in his normal line? Started at 11.5, got pushed up to 12. So again, he needs 13 for us in order to cash like the actual normal line and not get that payout shift. So just gonna rock with 9.5 for the sake of the video. And if we look at the matchup, New York Knicks defensively against opposing power forwards, they're pretty solid ranked, but again, a guy like Giannis, this dude's going to be the one grabbing the majority of the boards, giving up a total of 41.8 a game. At least 25% of those should definitely go to Giannis. So we broke this one as our last and final player in today's video on other sports books. This one's currently marked minus 500 pretty much everywhere, so definitely has great value. I got one line for a reason. And these going to be our two picks for Tuesday, October 28th. Again, Josh Hart, player of the day, 11.5 rebounds and assists, paired with Giannis, 9.5 rebounds. So that's all I got for you guys in today's video. Again, please drop a like and subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. I know the last couple of days have been a little bit rough, but again, just got to bear with me. You're going to have your cold streaks, you're going to have hot streaks. We started off October super hot. If you guys have been here, you guys can vouch for the comments. But just got to get used to NBA lineups, rotations, everything, how everything's playing out. So obviously it's going to take a little bit to just learn those, because right now we're just basing everything off primarily from last season, especially like the first week alone. So kind of just hard doing that. But again, gonna bounce back hopefully and do our thing. So that's all I've got for you guys in today's video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see you today.